My name is Devon, and I live in a quiet Michigan suburb with my family. Back in high school, things were simple. Workouts at the rec center, late night gaming, and a few close friends I could count on. One of those friends was Nolan. He was a year younger, still in junior high when we first met. We bonded over basketball and used to hang out every other weekend. At one point, my dad even took us to a Detroit Pistons game. It was Nolan's first time in an arena, so I remember how wide his eyes got when the lights came on. He was obsessed with the sport. It was one of the few times I saw him really happy. By the time I hit sophomore year, life got busy. I was starting driving lessons, picked up a summer landscaping job, and spent more time with other friends. That's when Nolan started, acting off. At first, it was small things. He'd sulk or send passive-aggressive messages if I said I was busy. But soon, he began guilt-tripping me, telling me I was always choosing other people, or that I was ignoring him on purpose. One Saturday, I told him I couldn't hang out because I was cleaning the apartment. When I checked my phone afterward, I saw that he'd blocked me on social media. I messaged him asking what was going on. He replied with just one sentence, "You're fake, like everyone else." Another time, I looked out my window and saw him swimming in our complex's pool, completely uninvited. Later, he just walked into my kitchen, grabbed leftover pizza from the fridge, and ate it without saying a word. I laughed it off. Deep down, it started to bother me. Then it got worse. A friend of mine, Jacob, texted me out of nowhere. He said he'd heard something disturbing from Nolan's ex-girlfriend. Apparently, Nolan had threatened her during the fight with a knife. He'd even pinned her against the wall. Stunned, I immediately unfriended Nolan on everything, blocked his number, erased him from every app, but not before he messaged me in a frenzy. Dozens of texts. "Why'd you block me? We were boys. You think you're better than me now?" I didn't reply. I told him I needed time, but I knew I was never speaking to him again. A week later, I was alone. My parents had gone out of town for the evening, just dinner with friends, okay? I was finishing up a movie when there was a knock at my apartment door. Froze. No one had texted. No one said they were coming. I looked through the peephole. Nothing. I opened the door, a crack, empty hallway. Weird. I assumed it was just a prank, ding-dong ditch or something. I was heading to bed when I looked out the window, and that passed when I saw him, standing by the sidewalk, face half lit by the street lamp, still watching. It was Nolan. He didn't move at first, just stared. I opened the window and told him to leave. I wasn't letting him in. He didn't budge. Then, he stepped closer, and I saw it was holding something in his right hand. At first, it looked like a flashlight or a phone, but then he raised it, a knife. Not a kitchen one, something longer, like a hunting blade. My heart dropped. I yelled that I was calling the police. He didn't say a word, just turned slowly and walked down the street. When the cops arrived, I gave them everything, his name, his old address, and what he was carrying. They never found him. That night changed me. I used to think horror stories were exaggerated, but now I check every lock twice. I flinch when my phone buzzes at night. I don't know what Nolan wanted to say, but I know it wasn't just a talk. Some say people like him snap. I think he already had, okay? And if I hadn't cut him off when I did, okay, I might not be here to write.